Morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. I hold like 17 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment, right? So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based application. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, URLlib, right? So experience in implementing large-scale business critical systems using object-oriented design and programming concepts using Python and Django, developing variety of web applications, implementing MVT architecture using server-side applications, right? Yes. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? Yes.
Yeah, hi Vijay, good morning. We are able to see and voice also.
Yeah, thank you. So as part of today's demo, right, I'll be covering the following topics, right? So why Python? So these are the topics I'll be discussing, right? So why Python? Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python required? What are the reasons which makes Python super popular? And Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989, 30 years ago. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Who can learn Python? Who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites, right, for Python? There is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python, right? The Python statements look like normal English statements, right? They're not as complex as other programmings. So anybody can update, right? How Python was built and how Python was derived by taking the features from different other programmings, right? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Python usage, which companies are using Python today? And topmost applications built by using Python. Python features, Python comparison with other programming, right? Coding wise, you can check length wise and complexity wise, you can compare, right? How this Python statements as compared with other programming. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. What are the reasons which makes Python super popular, right? Python scope and job market. Python scope and job market. What is the scope of Python and what is the job market of Python? One second. Okay. So first, starting with why Python. I define Python in 5 lines, right? Python is general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming, multi-programming features, high-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming. I'll just brief you one by one. So it's a general purpose programming. So before Python, there were some languages like, if you heard about these languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, right? So these languages are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose, like Pascal for developing scientific applications, Fortran for complicated mathematical applications, and COBOL for business applications. Pascal, right, for developing scientific application, Fortran for complicated mathematical applications, COBOL for business applications. Okay, a language which is suitable for developing any type of application. A language which is suitable for developing any type of application. such a language we call it as general purpose programming language, which is suitable for developing any type of application. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming where we can develop any kind of applications like web applications, automation applications, gaming applications, graphic applications, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications, right? In this way, like wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. And Python is a kind of programming language which is mostly chosen or used for implementing different domains of different high-end technologies, right? So it's a general purpose programming. It's not for a particular purpose, right? It's not purpose based, general purpose programming. Multi-programming features. For example, I give a labor example. If you want to launch a new product into the market, right? If you want to launch a new product into the market to attract the customers, right? To attract the customers, what features you want to see? Means what all the features we see in different other, for example, if your product like mobile, if you want to launch, what features you see in different other mobiles, everything, right? If you are embedding into a single piece, going to attract the customers, right? In the same way, right? Python has got the features. Python has got the features of different other programming languages within it, right? So that's why we call Python as a hybrid language. Yes. High level language. There are two types of languages, right? Two types of languages. Low level languages. Second is like high level languages. Low level languages, right? Low level languages like assembly level language or machine level language. Or machine level language. These languages are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. And secondly, they are not portable. Low level languages, they are not understandable. They are not portable. And machine dependent. Machine dependent, right? Machine dependent means they can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. High level languages, right? High level languages like Python. Python is a high level language, right? So it's human understandable. Like they look like normal English statements. They are portable and machine independent. Can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems, right? So Python is a human understandable. Python is portable, machine independent. Machine independent, can run all the hardware and all the operating system. Interpreted language. Python is an interpretation language. line by line execution you are going to see, right? Line by line execution you are going to see, which makes debugging easy. And Python is a cross-platform language which can run on any platform like Windows, Linux, Mac OS. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements, right? So I said multi-programming features. What are the features you see in Python? So Python has Python has taken advantages, some advantages from one programming, some other advantages from other programming. In this way, from different programming languages, it has taken the advantages, right? So Python has procedural oriented programming features. Python has got a procedural oriented programming features. Example like C language. That's got like object oriented programming features, right? Object oriented programming. Object oriented programming features like example like C++, Java, right? Scripting features like shell script. Modular programming features. Right. So it has got these features, right? Like procedural oriented, object oriented, scripting, and modular programming. If I take Java, right? Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object oriented programming, but here Python, right? With object oriented, without object oriented, with procedural oriented, with scripting, and with modular programming, we can develop many varieties of applications. So scripting. So we can write many automation scripts in AWS, DevOps, in IoT, in robotics, right? And for modular programming, Python has got great boom because of this modular programming. Nearly I got the concept of modules, right? Modules. 18 89,300 modules, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains, right? Whatever domain you are from, Python is providing a module for every domain. Okay. Talk about this modules importance, right? Python has got models for every domain, whatever domain you are from. For example, if you're from data science background, Python has got separate modules, like 10 to 15 modules are available for plottings, visualizations, for data analysis, predictions, right? Like NumPy, CP, Pandas, CP. Yes. For big data, it has got separate modules. Python has got separate modules for big data environment. For networking, separate models. If a separate framework itself, it is providing for networking, twisted Python. And for testing or test cases, And for operating systems, the name of the model itself is OS for performing various OS related activities, right? For writing Python statements. And for every database, there is a module Python is providing. To connect with any database, we require a module. For example, for MySQL, we have got PyMySQL or MySQL.connector, right? To connect with MySQL database and performing all the SQL kinds of operations, right? Yes. Oracle, right? CX underscore Oracle, right? CX underscore Oracle. Okay.
Excuse me, Vijay.
Yes.
So these all modules which you are mentioning, all these will be covered in the session. I mean, the
Yes. Yes. So maximum I'll be covering, right? Models related to databases, some models related to data science, some models related to graphics, some models related to regular expressions. So in this way, different types of some models related to operating systems, some related to data applications. In this way, different domains related models I'll be discussing. Apart from that, how to create our own modules.
yeah, because why I asked is because this data science as a whole is a large topic, like, right? So I just wanted to know whether how it would be.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Thank you. Yeah.
so for every database, Python is providing a module, right? So just by
Mm-hmm.
writing Python statements, we can create tables, right? We can create some tables in the database. By writing Python statements, we can insert data into the database. We can retrieve data from the database. So in this way, we can perform all these operations,
Oh,
database
got.
operations by writing Python statements. You can go and check in the database, everything will be reflected within the database level.
Okay. Yeah, got.
For
Vijay,
any,
Anupam here.
yes, for your
Uh,
general queries, right? I'll be giving time at the end of the session, right? Fine.
Vijay, Anupam here.
Yes, yes.
So this is module means like simply in Java, like we are importing the related packages so that we can
Yes,
use the
yes, yes,
classes, correct?
yes, yes, yes.
It's like similar kind of thing.
So within module as what built-in classes will be available, built-in functions
Yes.
will be available, built-in variables available. We can directly make use of it.
Okay.
Not to write huge codings here. So many built-in functionalities you see within a module. For example, very small, small. If I want to perform some mathematical kinds of operation, right? If I want to perform, right, I'll import math module. And within the math module, I got some built-in functionality. For example, to find square root of, for example, 16, it use 4, right? So I need to import that module math for mathematical operations. Within that math, I got a square root functionality, square root of 16, 4 it use in this way. So import any module and use these built-in functions, right, and perform the operations. So for every file also, every file, for example, working with Excel files, I can write a, for example, we'll be writing some Python statements for creating a Excel workbook, Excel file, Excel workbook or Excel file, right? So by writing Python statements, I can insert, I can create multiple sheets within Excel workbook, Excel file, right? And I can, by writing Python statements, I'll insert data into sheet 2. I can read data from sheet 1, right? Not only this, any file formats, Excel file, comma separated value CSV file, or JSON file, JavaScript object notation, or PDF file. By writing Python statements, we can create a PDF file. We can write data, we can read data from it. For mathematical operations, we have got math module for statistical operations. And for generating different types of graphs, normal graphs, bar graphs, histograms, scatter plots, stack plots, all this we see right within this. And what kind of applications generally, so whenever you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are getting developed, right? Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications, right? What kind of applications we're developing today by using Python? So Python mostly used in developing, right, web applications. A lot of web applications are getting developed today by using Python. So you may ask, from the last 20-25 years, Python, what is that, Java, .NET, all this, they are used for developing web applications. Why again Python required? Means Python has got some frameworks like Django framework. Python is providing framework like Django. Using this Django, right, for developing web applications at a rapid speed, you can develop a web application using this Django framework. It has got many flexible features. It has got its own database, has got its own application server. So using which we don't need to write huge codings here. So already the files, .py files, Python files already available. So whenever you create application or the project folder, right? Yes. And apart from Python, mostly used in automation applications. Automation applications, right? Using technologies like data science, using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like AWS or DevOps. Okay. So where exactly Python can be used in IoT, data science, DevOps means right. If I take the example of IoT, Internet of Things, so like everything through online, right? Like online banking, online shopping, online exams, online business, e-commerce, online communication, right? Audio, video chatting, right? Online gaming, online healthcare. See, IoT is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics, and network connectivity for collecting data, for exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? So should have seen like smartphones or smart TVs, but you are going to see like smart homes and smart cities using this IoT. Means electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. So here 90% of the coding in Python, right? Python. And apart from this, if we talk about this data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we provide data analysis, data predictions, data classification, data clustering, data recommendations, right? So it's a blend of technique. Data science is a blend of technique. The main technique what we see in data science, right? ML, machine learning, right? Machine learning, we have got many techniques in ML, right? Regression techniques, classification, clustering, pattern matching. In this way, for all these techniques, for all these things to implement, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen. Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used, where it is providing many modules for this data science, machine learning, right? For plottings, visualizations, data analysis, for all this, right? And Python, like DevOps, even in DevOps environment, right? Python is mostly preferred, right? So not only here, Python acts as a remedy to any problem in the IT industry when it comes to the DevOps side, right? The ultimate goal is to reduce the time taken in DevOps lifecycle in improving its efficiency, right? So Python provides some kind of solution in terms of automating the tasks in each stage of DevOps lifecycle. That is, each stage means like in requirement gathering, in system design, right? system implementation, system testing, system deployment and maintenance, right? So Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of Python libraries, right? To write scripts for the improved development life cycle. So apart from this, Python is also used for within this big data environment, right? Big data. Big data applications like KBs of data, MBs of data. We have got what is the data storage units, KBs, MBs. Petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, etabytes, sottabytes. So on, right? Yes. Okay. So from TB onwards, we say like big data. Right? From TB onwards, we say like huge data. TB is petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes. We say huge data. 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. So 1 TB is already a large storage unit, right? But today, if you see petabytes or exabytes of data is getting generated. Examples of petabytes of data means, take the example of Facebook. That's what millions and trillions of users in a minute. How many posts and videos are getting circulated? Each and everything has to be stored. What should be the storage capacity to handle all this, right? Not only Facebook, right? Today, if you see any application, most of the applications generating data in petabytes. If I take 1 minute transaction, in a minute, how many Facebook posts? What is the data generated by Facebook in a minute? Talk the example of Twitter. Keeps on then generating the tweets. Twitter. Google, right? Google queries, right? Generating Google queries. And YouTube videos upload. YouTube videos upload, right? Yes. And here like email or Gmail messages, what should be the storage capacity to store all these email messages, right? And YouTube videos upload, what should be the storage capacity to store all those? And if you talk about bank transactions, telecom transactions, or e-commerce transactions, right? Like Flipkart, Amazon, all this, right? E-commerce transactions. Okay. So everywhere we can see like huge data. For this, we have got some big data tools available. Big data tools, right? Big data like Hadoop, big data, Spark. So these are used for huge data storage and huge data processing. So we have got, they're using some languages like Scala, Python, Spark, especially very high speed processing, using languages like Python, Spark with Python, like PySpark. Okay. Apart from this, right? Apart from this big data applications, right? Python is mostly used in scientific applications, right? scientific applications or for numerical analysis. So we have got modules, we have got CP, scientific Python, NumPy for numerical Python, scientific Python and NumPy for numerical Python. Apart from this, right? Apart from this, Python used for game development. Lot of games are getting developed using Python, right? Single user, multi-user online games, especially for developing games in Python. Python is giving a framework called Pygame. Pygame is a framework given by Python for developing games in one more framework like PyCara for developing games, and for 3D games, some 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. Apart from this, right, Python is also used for graphical user interface of for animation applications. We have got like models like TK Inter, PyQt, right? Apart from this, Python is used for testing or test cases and for scheduling, right? For scheduling tasks. We have got Airflow. Python is providing for it, and Python is used for software development. Software developers make use of Python as a support language, right? And apart from this, Python is also used for business applications. Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce systems. And one of the hottest application of Python, like database application. So most of these applications require database. Python can connect with any database like Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, right? And for networking applications, for network programming, right? Python is providing a separate module. For networking applications, network programming, right? Yes. Especially for this, Python is providing a separate framework, right? For networking, right? Like Twisted Python, right? Yes. It's a framework given by Python for network programming. Apart from this, Python can also be used for web scraping data from different websites. We use models like URL BS4, right? Apart from this, Python can also be used for audio video applications, right? Audio and video applications. So as part of the course, I'll also discuss some audio and video applications, right? Using the Django. And Python is also used for not only for computer applications, so it has got thousands of modules, even for embedded applications. The most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation, right? And also for CAD or 3D CAD applications, right? CAD applications or 3D CAD applications for computer-aided designing, and for computer vision like face detection, object detection, and color detections. For these things, right? Python is preferred for data analysis. For robotics. And for desktop applications desktop application, single user, console application. So these are these applications we can develop today by using Python. So mostly used in data science, in big data environment, in gaming environment, right? Fine. Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. So first, Google, right? Google using Python for its web search system. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Instagram built by using Python. The prime reason for Instagram for choosing Python is its Python practicality and hybrid features. NASA is using Python for its research and development activities because of Python hybrid features. And apart from this Python, Uber using Python, Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. And if you heard about that Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, all these they are built by using Python. The popular OTT platform like Netflix also using Python for its security, automation, and subscription purpose. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games, right? And Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python for its Python scripting, right? Dropbox using Python. Hardware testing purpose, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose. Apart from this, Python is used Iron Port email server, right? Iron Port email server. It uses more than 1 million lines of Python code for doing its job. So these are some examples of companies using Python, right? Yes. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? By first thing is most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python. They're migrating towards Python because of its very less coding in Python. Not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming. Simple syntax is given by Python. They look like normal English statements. Multi-programming features, multi-programming, right? Yes. And interactive mode given by Python. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives the response, right? Yes. Just go to the search panel at the bottom, type CMD to go to the command prompt, say enter. Okay. So just to type Python here and just type any value and just say enter. It displays the Python version 3.11.2 and the Python 3 arrow symbol. You can see, right? Interpreter, Python interpreter, where we can type any statements, valid Python statements. I'm just checking, right? What is 5 plus 4? 34 into 65. It gives the response x equal to 10. No need to give the data type also. Directly we say x as 10, y as 5. X plus y, x minus y, x into y, right? X by y. X into 2, 10 into 2. X to the power of 2, 10 square, 100. X equal to HELLO. Any valid statements you can type. X into 3, prints hello for 3 times. X into 5, prints hello for 5 times. Okay, if you say quit, interactive mode. Next. Apart from this, wide varieties of applications we can develop. Python is not for particular purpose. It's not purpose based, it's for general purpose, right? Wide varieties of applications we can develop. Wide varieties of applications we can develop, right? Many built-in libraries. So these are the reasons which makes Python super popular, right? These are the reasons which makes Python super popular. Very less coding, simple syntax, multi-programming, like interactive mode, wide varieties of many built-in libraries. Thousands of models, we see 89,300 inbuilt models Python providing for different domains, right? And see the scope of Python and job market of Python, right? So just observe the scope of Python and job market. Just I'm opening Chrome. Just say like Python jobs. See 1,82,474 Python openings. See now 1,82,474 Python openings. 5,000 plus Python jobs in Hyderabad, right? 11,500 Python developer jobs and vacancies indeed. So there's a lot of so today like Python is mostly preferred. Directly or indirectly, every software engineer, like software developer, will be touched. Means in big data, Python used in data science, it is used in IoT, in DevOps, AWS for writing scripts and developing web applications, right? So in most of the hand technologies, Python is used as a implementation language. Now, popular coding from last 3-4 years, right? Means popular coding language. If I say popular coding language from the last 2-3 years, observe this, right? Python is the #1 ranked programming language today. It's #1 ranked programming. If you just observe this top 10 programming languages, Python stands first. Next comes JavaScript, Java. See, the most popular programming languages. Python first, next comes this Java, other things, right? The most popular programming language used by top 25 unicorns. Python stands first. Next comes Java, JavaScript. Observe this ranking wise. Ranking wise, you can check, right? Yeah, just 1 minute. I'll show you that what is the course content I'm going to discuss. So this ranking, number one ranked, and it's Python as Python, Java, C, C++. And if you see that usage of Python as compared with other programming, the big circle, you can see that Python 31% used, Java 19% used, and C++, C, right? All this. So Python is mostly preferred, 31% used. You can see the big circle, right? Most popular programming languages, Python stands first. Next comes JavaScript, Java, right? Yes. Now coming to this course content, right? So what is that I'm going to discuss as part of this course? Starting from the Python basics, right? Low level to the advanced level. So I said I'll be discussing procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, modular, and scripting. So why Python, history, applications, features, advantages of Python, versions of Python, flavors of Python, right? Python operations. So Python operations, Python modes of execution, interactive mode of execution, batch mode of execution, Python data types, constants, variables, input output statements, comments, escape sequences, strings, and string indexes. Arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, assignment, shorthand assignments operators, bitwise operators, membership, and Python IDs. In real time, we use IDs, right? Integrated development environments like PyCharm, PyDev, Anaconda distributions, Jupyter Notebook, Spider IDE, right? Eclipse IDE. So I'm going to show you how to run the code in different IDs. Nearly 5 to 6 IDs I'll be showing you, right? How to run the code and execute the code within this. And flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? Collections in Python, right? Lists. Okay. Python list properties, list indexing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, modifying list, right? List insertions and deletions, right? Python tuples, tuple properties, tuple creation, tuple indexing and slicing, different ways of creating tuples, tuple operations, tuple addresses, tuple functions, nested tuples, tuple methods. Python sets, set operations, set properties, set creations, set operations, set functions, and dictionaries, dictionary operations, functions, the categories of functions, properties of functions, arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary argument, local and global variables, filter function, lambda function, map function, reduce function, right? Errors and exceptions in Python, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming features in brief, right? Class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, method overriding, static variable, non-static variable, constructor, destructor, garbage collector, right? Regular expressions. So some different types of models related to different domains. Some models related to regular expressions, some related to databases, right? I'm going to show you installation of one database, working with database operations, right? By Python data and time model, operating system model, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, process decorators, and GUI programming, right? Using TK inter model and Excel workbook, working with reading data, writing data into this Excel workbook. And for data analytics, we use like pandas, numpy, and matplotlib are the modules. So introduction to data science, Python pandas, Python numpy, and Python matplotlib. This is what we'll be discussing, right? 30 topics in brief. Some domains related to different environments, like data science related, big data related, graphics for Excel files, datetime and operating system models, GUI programming, all this, right? And how to create our own modules, right, using Python. And people who go for full stack, right? Full stack Python. Apart from this Python, if you want web development also, so you've got Django, right? Django web frameworks, Django installation, operator architecture, application creation, Django views, templates. Okay. Django templates, Django admin, Django models, Django advanced concepts, and UI technologies also will be discussed at HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript. So HTML in brief, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, right? So this is what will be covered as part. So two things you see here, right? As Python, right? Python application. So like Python basic, Python advanced Python, and Python application oriented models, everything in brief nearly will be spending nearly 70 hours. And the fee structure is just 5K. It's an offer batch. Plus, apart from these, people who go for full stack. So like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, all this will be apart from this Django framework. Django apps creations, nearly I will be showing to 15 to 20 applications, right? And in Python, like 250 plus code examples. So, and project. So this is also just for only 5K. Combined, it is like 10K, right? It will be like 7K, but as an offer, it's giving like only 5K. Totally 10K for Python, and this only Python, it is 5K, right? Any queries you have got, anyone, as part of today's session? Anything related to Python, right? Yes, you can go with your queries now. Yes. Tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same time, using the same link to see more on this Python, right? Python comparisons with other programming, other things I'll be discussing. Any queries?
Hi, this is Joshna.
Yes.
Uh, mm, so I had a question regarding the Excel. So I see that you have been talking about the Excel using the data analytics using the Python. So will you cover comparison of different Excel sheets and getting the data, and if there is any differences, how to create in a new file? So are these topics are also covered?
Yes, we'll be using some models like Excel RD for reading, XLSX writer for creating, right? And Open by Excel. Okay, we have
So
got
if
some
there are
models.
any differences in the comparison of any tables,
So files
and
are there.
Excel sheets.
XLSX files are there. .xls files are there, right? How to create them. Different models are available for those, for creating, for inserting for writing data, right? Yes.
And also
So
regarding
we have got a separate topic I mentioned in this, right? So working with Excel database access, Python data, GUI,
so similar
Excel,
will be
Excel
covered in the
workbook.
pandas. Similar. So reading the Excel using the pandas will be also be covered.
Yes, pandas, right? Pandas data frames from CSV Excel, right? Pandas data frame from CSV Excel, right? These things will be covered.
CSV Excel. Okay. Excel. The okay. CSV Excel. Okay. And table SQL. Reading data from SQL.
Yes.
Pandas.
There are also,
And
so
yeah.
here
Okay.
in
And
database,
Oracle
yes.
reading data from the database. So I'm looking for, so backend will be covered, right? Automatically.
Yes. So creating database and Oracle, right? Establishing connection with MySQL, connecting database with Oracle databases, right? And performing operations. By writing Python statements only, we perform all those, right?
Okay.
It's the creation
And
of table.
REST API will be covered for on UI. REST
Yes.
API.
Yes.
Is it a separate?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So how long it will take to for the whole full stack Python?
So for only Python, it takes 2 months, right? For total full stack, right? 2 plus 2, 4 months it takes.
So is how
If
long
it-
the sections are? How long is
So
the section? And
if anybody wants, right? If they got to complete it fast, right? Whenever after updating with Python after 2 weeks, if I start any Django batch in the weekends or any other time, we can also go parallel to decrease the time bound, right?
yeah, okay. I was interested like that. And so what are the timings is same for for the whole classes for the full stack Python also?
So
Are
here
the timings the same?
for Python, right? This is the timing for Python. The Python classes goes as per it. Next, the people generally, right? Whenever in the weekend, if you want to go for Django, whenever once you get enrolled in my course, you can attend any of my Django classes.
But still the Django classes will be for the same timings, these timings. If I'm not able to attend on the weekends, just want to confirm because these are suitable. Yeah, okay.
Fine.
So 1 hour section, how long is the section?
Yeah, 6 to 7 IST timing. So
And how many days for a week?
Monday to Friday. Sometimes later, if I'm getting out of days, I'll be taking Saturdays, right? But on Monday to Friday only.
Monday to Friday. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, any other queries, right? From others?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to check, is this class every day between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.?
Yes, 6 to 7, right?
Okay, do we get a record in case if you miss it?
Yes. So what are the things we provide, right? Like you'll be, every session is video recorded. You will be getting the recorded video and soft copy of the notes you will be getting, right? Topic wise. Some assignments and tasks I'll be providing. So getting the output is not the criteria. You need to work with the assignments tasks. You need to build your own code. So totally, if you have see the course content, right? It will be in brief, in depth. Each and every topic we'll be discussing in brief. At the end of the course, you will get command on this Python, right? And people who go for certification also, right? For certification programs, like what is the course content, what is the syllabus, means they'll be testing with the basic core concepts, right? Fine. And how your performance is measured in that, and what are the types of queries or questions they ask. We're taking some separate session for that, right? So yes, so like
So is this recording will be shared on everyday basis?
yes, every day you'll be getting the recorded, right? If anybody, if you are due to some ill health or because of some office timing unable to attend, can just go through the recording, attend the next session, right? Every day you'll be getting the recordings.
I have few questions. So in the full stack, if I'm taking a full stack, you will be providing, you will be taking the MySQL as well.
Yes, with MySQL only I'll be discussing, right? How to connect with it. The Django has got its own database, SQLite tree, but not only that, we'll how to connect with this different MySQL Oracle I'll be discussing. See, and And for Django apps creations, I said I'll be showing you like 15 to 20 applications creations, right? So for Django, it will be like hands-on. You will be doing along with me parallelly, right? Application one, application two. Once you got the output right, we'll go with the next application, right?
Okay. And you said that the Django class you will be taking it parallelly. So if it is like Monday to Friday, and if we are, so how you will be taking it,
So
and how we will.
Saturday and Sunday, for example, two hours, right? Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours will be some Django batches will be there. If you want to go
Okay.
parallel, you can attend those sessions, right?
Okay. So what time it will be?
Most of the time in the mornings.
In IST morning, right?
IST,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. And will we get a chance to create a project and gets a hands-on experience or something like that after the during the completion of the course?
Yes, I said right. HTML, Bootstrap, JS, Django plus project.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Can you give a little more information about the Django? So I'm new to it. So this term is a bit new to me. So hence I'm asking.
So 1 second. There are two categories of people who update for Python, right? Generally, who learns Python means there are two categories, right? The first category, right? Their career won't be in Python. Just people from data science background, people from big data background, people from AWS or DevOps, right? From IoT, people from IoT background, robotics. So in this way, for different high-end technologies, they require Python as an implementation language. They update with Python and they update with Python and go to this, right? Data science, big data, AWS, DevOps, IoT, robotics. That is first category. Their career will be in data science or big data and AWS or robotics, right? Second category of people who wants to have a second category of people who wants to have career in Python as a Python developer, right? So they need to compulsorily update with Django. They compulsory once they need to go with full stack Django framework for applications creations, for a project creation, compulsory, right? It's a Django is a framework of Python for developing applications, interactive web applications creations. We go for Django. Not only that, we have got Django, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, TurboGear. Among all this, Django is the most famous framework, flexible framework, right? Which provides flexible features. So for applications, interactive web applications creations, we go for Django. So we follow like MVT architecture, model view template. In Java, we see MVC, model view control. Here we see model view template. Fine. So I will be along with Django, right? What are the knowledge required for web development, right? So like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript also will be discussed, right? Right.
Okay.
I think for Django we required a Python, right? I think, can we take parallelly Python
Yes,
and
yes. Parallel you can go. Why? Because uh, Django immediately before I start with Django, we'll be discussing like about HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript, right? Where it doesn't require any Python, right? So before I go with Django, I'll be discussing with UI technologies, right? So you can go with, and also Django also doesn't require huge codings of Python. So basic knowledge of it's enough, right? For writing business logic, later we discuss that, but okay, you can go parallelly, not a problem. So here, if you see in the chart panel, right, there is a message given by online team. So like for their contact details for any other, and the payment process and procedure, everything is given in the chart panel, and also you'll be getting a mail of it. Fine. So any other queries, you can also attend the session tomorrow, same time, using the same link to see more on this. So if you got any queries, you can ask in the tomorrow session.
So
also.
when is the actual class starting on? So tomorrow is also a demo.
Today
So
is
the-
today is introductory session, right? Tomorrow will be the session 2. Day after tomorrow session 3, it continues.
Okay,
Tomorrow,
so day after tomorrow is the actual class.
tomorrow session 2, right? It will be not like any replication or duplication. Tomorrow we'll be discussing like how the coding's basic comparison coding wise, how the Python statements look. I'll be discussing, right? Day after tomorrow, like installation, execution modes, versions, everything I'll be discussing.
So if you are stuck with any installations, can you help us?
Yes. Actually, you'll be sharing the screen in the Zoom, right? If you got any problems with the installations. And most of the installations like database installation, IDs installation, I'll be asking you to do that installations parallel along with me. If anybody is struck, if any one of you got struck, we'll be sharing the screen here in Zoom.
Thank you.
So it's a
Sir, hello.
yeah.
Sir, what about this circuit Python, sir? Is it included in the course?
No. So this is what the course content I'll be discussing, right? This entire Python course, Python core advanced application oriented models, the Django framework, and this UI technologies. What all this total full stack? Okay.
Sir, in so many places they are asking for 3 to 5 years experience like that for Python. Is it possible for direct like startup entries and all that without any experience?
See one second. So here, if you see this, the coverage of this and that application batches. So this is Django applications, right? Here, my project 1, project 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, more than I said, right? We'll be discussing more than 20, right?
Okay.
Any batch if you take, right? Django application. So we'll be discussing many applications projects, right? In Django, I said more than 15 to 20. So after doing these many applications, right, you will get a great, that means a typical 3 to 4 years experience. How much knowledge he has, you'll be getting the same thing, right?
Sir, fine.
Yeah, fine.
How long you can access your videos?
6 months. Okay.
So its complete cost are 10,000.
Yeah, total full stack is 10,000. Only for Python it is 5,000.
Okay. And what about sir, this non-IT background people?
People from non-IT background, once you attend the session tomorrow, you will see like how the coding of Python, how simple the statements are there, right? Anybody can update with Python.
Tomorrow is demo session.
So tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link, right?
Is it demo,
Yes.
sir?
What is it?
Demo, sir.
Tomorrow, so it will be continuation of today's session. So it will continuation of today's
demo.
Continuation of today's session. See, there is no, it goes on. Tomorrow will be the session 2, the after tomorrow session 3. In this way it goes. So you can attend the first 2, 3 sessions, right? To see, fine. Everyone can attend. I'm saying everyone can attend, right?
Okay, are you going to create a WhatsApp group to get the everyday notice, or how is it?
Yes. Once everyone after 4 days, right? So after once everyone got enrolled, for those people who have got enrolled, right, a WhatsApp group will be created.
I think here we use like in real time PyStar or Sublime. Do we here we use, right?
What is it?
Third party tools, I think, to writing code like PyStar or Sublime.
Yeah. Those are for data. So different. I said we have got PyCharm is there, PyDev is there, Komodo is there, Spider is there, Eclipse is there, right? Jupyter is, many are there, right? I'll be showing you are more than 5 IDs, right? How to work on this different IDs with Python. Integrated development environments. I'll be showing you how to download, how to install, and how to work on those things step by step, right?
Is there any evening class?
Pardon?
Is there any evening class, sir? Like 6 a.m. or like that 7?
Evening.
Yeah, evening timing.
Recently, last 15 days back, there was an evening batch at 7 p.m. Right now, currently it takes other than 15-20 days time. Fine. So okay, I'm running out of time, so I'll stop here. And if you got still any queries, you can ask me in the tomorrow session also. So I'm signing off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, right? Thank you all for your time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.